Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Chit Chat. Just a real quick thing, okay? It's Bible stuff. I'm going to tell you right now. So if you don't like it, you don't have to watch this. Okay? It's about Bible and tarot. So I was reading the Bible because this is what I do. And I was shocked by a page. Well, when I did the flip through, I found Ezekiel 11. Okay, so I read that. And it wasn't very long, so I went along with 12. And that wasn't very long either, so I went along with 13, and then that's what it was. Ezekiel 13 is what I read, okay? And, if you look at the past things that I've said, I don't even know where it's at. It's all mixed in these videos. I remember that I said, because I used to read the tarot in the beginning and be like, oh, the messages from spirit and all this. No, because later on I had like a dream that was like, this is not messages from me. Basically, God telling me that. And this shocked me like really, really a lot, right? And then eventually it came to the conclusion that yes, these are not messages from God. No way. I can never speak for God. Ever. No one can. And I had claimed that is false prophesizing, right? Because I hate to say it, and I'm sure there's readers out there that say it all the time, but that's not right. That is not right. You cannot read cards and claim that they are messages from God. Okay, that's false prophesizing, right? That's why I read the cards like a story, because that's what the cards were meant to do, to bring out a story that might resonate. And, and that's it. It's not God's word. It's not. And I've said that several times. And I know that I lost a lot of subscribers because I said that. But it's the truth, though. And it was like an epiphany and a dream I got, like God telling me, don't say it. I'm not the one, any word that comes out of your mouth is your words. And I tried to say that for a little bit, and I tried to express that on my tarot channel. And yeah, I've always said that, well, not always. In the beginning, it's because I didn't know any better until like, I had that dream, and then I was like, oh no, okay, yeah, because people want to claim that, oh, these are God's words from spirit, but they're not. If anything, I'll explain to you why, okay? Everything that we've gone through in our lifetime are lessons, right? And we're supposed to learn from those lessons. We gain experience from those lessons. So when a reader reads the cards, what pops into our minds is experiences that we have gone through before, how they are and how we got out of them or whatever, right? They're not messages from God, right? They're not like, God saying, I am. No. And you know what? And I feel like this is just my opinion, okay? I feel like people who do that, there's bad news coming for those people. It's just not. Everybody should understand that there is one God and no one can speak for him, right? No one can speak for Jesus. No one can speak for anything. All these things that we read from the tarot are stories that the cards happen to come out with, and we put them together. These are not God's words. These are experiences that each of us possibly have went through and are able to explain it in story format. It's not right to claim or name drop God to make you look any special, right? Either you have experience in life or you don't. It is not right to claim that any messages of the tarot come from God. If anything, they come from you and your own life experiences, and this is why you're able to explain them. So usually, and I'll be honest with you, if a reader comes on and says something like, oh, spirit wants it, it's not a good idea. It's really not. And those ones that say, wait, I'm getting a message from the spirit guide. That is not right either. And that's what Ezekiel 13 was about the false prophets and the sorceresses, right? People who are claiming, oh, these are God's words, but they're not. They are not. If you read cards, you have to understand the cards come out. They were designed to do that. Okay? I didn't know Ezekiel 13 was that. I just stumbled upon it. And when I had that one dream about, don't use my name, don't name drop me to try to convince people that it's my words. I had never read this before. And I just read it right now and I was like, oh shoot, here it is. Because I wasn't sure where it's from. You know what I mean? And like I said before, even though everybody thinks tarot is evil and whatever, it's evil if you use it in the wrong way. God doesn't want you to claim those are the words from God. No. When you read the stories, you're reading the stories of experiences that you have gone through. And some people might resonate with it, and some people might not. But you should never, ever claim that these are messages from spirit. They're not. These are messages of examples of what you went through in life. If you're a good reader, right? And I know that people are going to hate me. Other readers are going to hate me for this, but it's the truth. You can do your readings and tell the story and give examples and stuff. And maybe you're a firm believer in God or in Jesus or whoever it is, right? I believe, in God, and I believe in Jesus' teaching. So, however you want to take that. But it's okay to say, stuff like, well, people should, have more faith, or people should read the Bible, or, these people need Jesus, or whatever, right? It's not me saying, this is what Jesus said. This is what God said. No, that's a bad idea, okay? But people do say it because they want more to watch them. If anything, y'all can just go and buy yourself a Bible and look stuff up yourself. Nothing a tarot reader says is a message from God. None of that is. No. None of it is teachings of Jesus. None of it is nothing like that. And you shouldn't say that. And of course, I'm going to say this here, and other tarot readers are going to be mad at me, but it's the truth. You don't need to name drop God or Jesus and say it's a message from them to increase how you look or how reliable you are. No. Everybody must study on their own. The tarot is not any religious thing unless you make it that way, and you're not supposed to do that because that's false prophesying, right? I've already said this before. I'm just saying it again because it's the first time I figured out where it is in the Bible, Ezekiel 13. Yeah, about the false prophets and the sorceresses. I was like, ooh, because that is pretty much exactly the message I got like a few years back about, don't say this is messages from God. They're not. And you know what? It's logical too, because if anything, God put you through all these trials and tribulations of your life to learn from them. And from there, you can teach others how you overcame that and how, what helped you and this, that, and the other. Like I will say, that it helped me to have more faith, right? It's not saying that God wants you to have more. No, that's not the same thing. And you should never, ever say that. And this is why I think that sometimes tarot gets a bad name, because people are claiming that these are words from spirit, from God, from source. It's not. It's not. These are words coming out of your mouth, and they are your claims. And you should never, ever name drop God or Jesus as these are messages from them. It's not right. It's just not right. Look, 10 minutes already. It's because I'm just like trying to convince, it's not right. Now, the tarot is not bad, and you can read cards like you would read a story or a book or whatever. That's fine. But you should never, ever say that these are words from spirit or spirit is advising you. No, you make your own choices, and how you can learn on your own about that is to get one of these. It's a Bible. Get one of these and start studying yourself. That's the best way to go about it. And if you like tarot because you like the stories, or maybe something resonates, just know these are not messages from spirit or from Jesus and no, these are stories coming from that person who is speaking to you. Yeah. Just want to make sure that y'all understand that. I may have misplaced a word here and there, because I got a complaint before about make up your mind. Is it this word or that word? Who cares? Who really cares? If you're not smart enough to understand the gist of what I'm saying, then you're never going to get it. All right? That's all I can say. But I just wanted to share that with you, because I was just doing some reading, and I was reading that, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's where it says that. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't have known before where it is, and it was shown to me today, because I felt like reading extra. Usually I'll read like 1 or 2 chapters, and then I'll just close it. But then I saw the false prophecy thing, and I was like, ooh, let me see what that says. And it says exactly, what I was told in the past. Do not claim that those are not God's words. They are not. They are your words. They're coming out of your mouth, and you have the thought to talk about these things because maybe you have been through this experience, or maybe you've seen it in a movie even. Some people watch movies and they give those examples, which are not really life examples because it's the movies, but people do that, and people claim, oh yes, this is my story. Okay, that's fine. That's why I'm not so interested in like growing the tarot channel or even this channel that much, because first of all, I'm not going to be here forever. I'm going to stop eventually. I don't want to do this forever. Maybe I'll do it in person in the future, or speak to people in the future, but I'm not going to. There's enough videos to watch on here and to see how my progression is and how I came from this decision to that decision, because of just things that have happened to me that I can't explain, miracles and stuff. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't want to keep rambling on about this, but I found it. I found that part where, you're not supposed to name drop God or Jesus in your readings or in anything, saying that you're receiving messages from God. No, this is false prophecy. And that is Ezekiel 13. And if you're going to speak about God or Jesus, just recommend to people to invite them into their life and maybe pick up their own Bible and start their own studies. That's the nice way to bring up God and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing you can say. You should never say, God told me this is a message for you. You should never say, oh, I got a message from Jesus for you. No, this is not right. Mm-mm. All right, you guys. This is Chit Chat. I'm Mona, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.